You know those old reality shows about hoarders? Their scripts are pretty predictable. The houses are filled with long forgotten treasures, litter, trash, old food plates, and of course, rodents. Lots and lots of rodents. A concerned family member raises the flag, and an expert comes in to help the hoarder clean up just ahead of the health department, committing the person to the Shady Rest Seniors Home. The hoarder is not amused and puts up a fight, but eventually they give in. When Maria and I were first pastoring, we ran across a woman who had a graduate degree, competed in the Olympics, had a successful career, and yet in her retirement somehow found herself one step away from homelessness, living in an apartment that only had a 12-inch pathway running through it from the front door to the back. We worked with others to clear out her apartment, six full dumpsters, and we moved her best things to a better place while she was hospitalized. Instead of being happy, she blew a gasket, and within 2 weeks of leaving the hospital, she had completely filled up her new apartment with even more junk. To her, even common street litter belonged in her home. Now let's bring it home. You know that family member or friend who holds on to every past hurt? You have to tiptoe around them because you never know when you're going to trip a hidden landmine. You say something you think is harmless and it causes your friend to just go off on you. They hang on to every bad experience like a hoarder, but you'll never see a reality show about them. It would be too depressing. The bottom line is that they never forgive anyone or let go of anything. It all stacks up until it becomes crushing. That's the kind of baggage you want to get rid of before it moves with you from one season to another. And certainly, you got to be careful not to let it transition with you into retirement. I'm Bill Hennessy. My friends call me the Retirement Igniter. And I want to talk to you today about getting rid of excess baggage. How about you? Have you ever held on to something that began to get a hold on you? Anger, shame, or fear? If you're not careful, you can become an emotional hoarder. You'll pay a high price for hoarding hurts and pains and unforgiveness. There's one thing I'm absolutely sure of. God's best plan for your life only comes when you have a release from your past. Through countless conversations with seniors, I saw patterns emerge in the things that cause people to either succeed or fail. And from that, I developed the Retirement Ignition Method to help anyone in or considering retirement avoid the pitfalls and make the most of their strengths. An easy way to remember it is with the letters in the word purpose, P-U-R-P-O-S-E. Today, I want to talk about the R in purpose, release. It's one of the best skills we can exercise to create a fulfilling retirement. When you let go of past hurts and shame and disappointments, you find room to breathe again. You can assess things without the negative filters that once limited you. You live in the moment instead of running every new experience through the jaded experiences of your past. This God-given freedom that comes when you develop the habit of releasing things that can only bind you. This podcast is on a mission to walk with older Americans as they discover God's best for their next season, retirement. You might say I'm a recovering hoarder. I'm consciously letting go of my past hurts, frustrations, failures. For the past 44 years, I've been a pastor, an educator, and a coach. And when I first began observing people nearing retirement, I noticed two distinct approaches. Some just bought into the retirement myth and went off quietly into the night, settling for aging out of the workforce. Others made a conscious choice to adopt a lifestyle that provided to them with both a sense of God's pleasure and purpose for the next season. I saw them opting in to God's best. The more I observed, the clearer it became that God places a clear call on our lives to live out every season with purpose and meaning. Now I come alongside older adults to discover and live out meaningful lives in retirement. If this resonates with you, there's two steps I'd like you to take. First, subscribe to the podcast. And then join my free community. It's called Purposeful Retirement. It's on School. That's spelled Skool. P.U.R.P.O.S.E.com, and here you'll gain access to some great resources that can help you uncover God's best for your next season. Something exciting is coming up in just a matter of weeks. Our first retirement ignition retreat will take place in Branson, Missouri on May 17th through the 20th, and I want to see you there. You can learn more by going to my website at clarifyfocus.com and clicking on the retreat tab. I sure hope you'll come and join me. Seats are limited. So if you've been battling with overcoming past hurts, I'm sure that today's podcast has resonated with you in some way. I don't want you to miss the next episode when I talk about the next step in our retirement ignition method, P for pinpoint. Once again, don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode. Until next time, remember this: God has a plan to make retirement the best season of your life.